gentlemen, the bell rings and our featured contest is underway. Tag team action. This is a product of what we saw just 2 weeks ago on this very program. On one side, we see Shadow Jackson, 3 times NWA Anarchy Tag Team Champion. His partner was the longest reigning Anarchy Heavyweight Champion in history, Mikael Judas. The opposition is provided by another 3-time Anarchy Tag Team Champion, the son of Satan, Azrael. His partner is the reigning Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, now clocking in at just about 6 months, and that is Iceberg.
Well, Greg Hunter, you know, a lot of implications in this one. Both Mikael Judas and Shadow have been gunning.
This is the 10:31, mighty early. Mikael Judas, the big clothesline. Good Lord.
Well, Greg Hunter, as I was saying, Mikael Judas and Shadow Jackson have both been gunning for that NWA Anarchy Heavyweight Championship, as you said, around the waist right now of Iceberg. But Shadow Jackson, I mean, right now is in the driver's seat because he does have a victory over Iceberg 2 weeks ago, albeit by disqualification. But as we've seen in the past, those victories can mount up and really pay off in the end.
Well, for that, you look no further than the new wave, the Anarchy Tag Team Champions. A number of disqualification victories over the then Tag Team Champions, the Devil's Rejects, got them the shot at the NWA Elite, and it certainly did pay off for them. It could pay off for Shadow Jackson in the long run. What we see right here is a matchup we are very familiar with, and that is Iceberg and Mikael Judas. These two men no strangers to one another by any means. Collar and elbow tie-up. And right now, blind tag. Shadow Jackson, definitely the tag team specialist on his side. And right now, with the right hands to Iceberg, the no pain train, just firing away one shot after another. It was 2 weeks ago that Shadow Jackson and Iceberg collided with the Anarchy title on the line. And it was 2 weeks ago that Azrael very well may have saved the Anarchy Heavyweight Championship for Iceberg. The fight ensues, and Mikael Judas comes to the aid of Shadow Jackson. That is what brings us to what we see right here tonight.
And did you see the tag team work there from the Devil's Reject? Azrael having his knee inside the ring, Iceberg taking Shadow Jackson, sidestepping him and driving the head right into the knee. Great teamwork from the Rejects, which is something that we're accustomed to. The Devil's Rejects have always been that well-oiled machine.
You have to keep into account, while we look at Mikael Judas and Iceberg and we see primarily singles competitors, Iceberg has held the Anarchy and Wildside tag team titles at different points. Mikael Judas is in his own right a former tag team champion in this building, holding the NWA Wildside Tag Team Championship. So they're no strangers to this style of competition.
Well, and it's also worth pointing out that Iceberg is a 2-time Mysterious Benefactor Memorial Cup Tag Team Tournament winner.
That is an accolade he shares with Shadow Jackson. And right now, referee Brent Wiley reading the riot act to the son of Satan, Azrael, for attacking Shadow Jackson while not being the legal man. Right now, it is the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion and the People's Champion. Shadow Jackson in the corner, being rocked by right hands from wrestling's soul serial killer, so says the Reverend Dan Wilson. And right now, Iceberg sends Shadow Jackson to the corner, goes after him, avalanche, hits nothing! And Iceberg able to simply shift momentum and take Shadow Jackson down with that big clothesline. Worth noting, we have seen over time, we've said it time and again, a much different Iceberg over the course of this past year. The man has shed about 150 pounds. The man has become more agile and has added a lot more technical ground-based assault to his already lethal pounding assault. For instance, what we just saw right there, what we just saw with the leg scissors applied, and now tag, in comes the son of Satan, Azrael, choking out Shadow Jackson.
Well, Greg Hunter, and the thing is, as we rapidly approach the fall here, it's no doubt that all four of these men are going to play an integral part into Fright Night as we rapidly approach it. The question is, what part are they going to play into Fright Night? Can Iceberg continue his momentum and be the NWA Anarchy heavyweight champion? And I mean, the thing is, you got to look at the intensity of all these competitors, and you know they're hungry just to get that shot.
Right now, Mikael Judas getting a little hot and directing it towards referee Brent Wiley. Brent Wiley, who is not in position here. It is the anger, perhaps, of the Priest of Punishment that is an extra ally to the Devil's Rejects right now. The crowd chanting Shadow Mania, trying to rally behind. Yes, they are. SHADOWMANIA, Shadow Mania.
Sounds like Shadow Mania to me.
Good grief. And right now, Iceberg pounding away, now choking, albeit briefly. Shadow Jackson, and then just dropping all 450 pounds across the back of the man from the SWAT, Atlanta, Georgia. The crowd trying to rally behind Shadow Jackson, but he is taking a whole lot of punishment.
Greg Hunter, I mean, and Shadow Jackson, I mean, he looks out here, and it looks like he's just, on the brink of defeat, but the one thing that we've known about Shadow Jackson, his time here in NWA Anarchy, it's when he looks his most down, when he looks out the most, is when he rises to the occasion. And right now, Shadow Jackson can only hope that these people can make him rise to that occasion and overcome the odds he's in right now.
Neck breaker, cover, and only a 2 count. Iceberg, no hook of the leg. Did not have all of his weight across the shoulders of Shadow Jackson. Now going to the armbar. Make no mistake, Iceberg, the Anarchy heavyweight champion, is an accomplished technical competitor. And right now, the sound of the fans here in the NWA arena is deafening as Shadow Jackson, one right hand and a rake of the eyes, stops any attempted assault from the People's Champion.
And Greg Hunter, I mean, and the thing is, the Devil's Rejects, as I said before, have always shown that they're a well-oiled tag team machine, but right now they have them cornered off in their corner. Now, actually, they have them outside the ring right now, but they have not allowed Shadow Jackson within 3 to 4 feet of Mikael Judas.
Shadow Jackson has not been within arm's reach of the Priest of Punishment. You are absolutely correct. And right now, covered by the Son of Satan. Only a 2 count, says referee Brent Wiley. And now, Azrael slaps away the hand of Mikael Judas. Judas is not doing his partner any favors here, and he realizes it as he promptly gets out of the ring. A handful of face finally caught by referee Brent Wiley.
And Greg Hunter, I mean, I know the fans at home have got to pick up on this too. It seems like with every passing minute, more frustration setting in on Mikael Judas, and he's pacing faster and faster up those ropes.
Right now, Shadow Jackson firing back, elbows, headbutt, another headbutt. Shadow Jackson again raked in the eyes, and again down goes the People's Champion. Tag in to Iceberg. Shadow Jackson looking for a tag. He's in the wrong corner. Mikael Judas clapping his hands, trying to direct Shadow Jackson the right way, but in between him and his corner is the 450-pound Anarchy heavyweight champion.
And Greg Hunter, he's in that 16-foot section of the Devil's Rejects turf, and the thing is, they have not allowed him to leave that area. I mean, they keep him right there constantly, and just working him over right here. And right there, you see Iceberg has him draped over, dropping the headbutts, into the ribs. That's going to make it very difficult for Shadow to breathe as this match lingers on.
It is also going to make Shadow Jackson far more susceptible to the ground zero. That would be Iceberg's preferred method of defeating an opponent. It makes him more susceptible to the Ted Bundy. That being Azrael's trademark maneuver. And now, Azrael, big right hand. In comes Iceberg. Mikael Judas, arm outstretched. He's got a heck of a wingspan, but still not able to reach his partner, Shadow Jackson.
And I don't know if that was just a lapse in judgment there or a little bit of overconfidence, but they left Shadow Jackson literally within a fingertip of a tag and took their attention off of it. That could have spelled disasters for the Rejects in that situation.
Tag in to the son of Satan, Azrael, big right hand. The midsection, the ribs, and the back. Apparently the target for the assault on Shadow Jackson. Jackson trying, even in his weakened state, to make his way towards his corner. Now fighting back. He heads up to the second rope. Big headbutt. And a big kick. Drops Shadow Jackson.
And Greg Hunter, I mean, he was very, very, very close to his corner right there. I mean, right now he's in the right part of town. All it's going to take is just that momentary break. If he can get any kind of separation between him and Azrael and Iceberg, he can very easily make the tag right now.
Back elbow. Azrael discards that glove. Nothing between his right hand and the chest of Shadow Jackson. Elbow strikes, boot, and now Azrael hits the ropes, running knee. Very nearly took Shadow Jackson's head off.
Greg Hunter, and that move right there has won championships and numerous matches, and it's a matter of time before Shadow Jackson's counted out to the mat. 1, 2, 3.
The crowd rallying behind Shadow Jackson. Mikael Judas trying to rally behind and trying to get the crowd behind Shadow Jackson. Jackson with the atomic drop, double noggin knocker, belly to back. His chances now. Iceberg comes into the ring. Right hands from Jackson.
But he's not taking it, Greg Hunter. I mean, he had plenty of time to make the tag to the fresh man. This is all unnecessary right now. He needs to get over there and make that tag.
Shadow Jackson looked like he was trying to make his own way. Oh, wait a minute, the mist. Shadow Jackson had him set. He had him set in the mist right in the face of Shadow Jackson, too. Good grief.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner for this match, the NWA Champion, Iceberg and
Whoa. Just breaking that cane right over the back.
He certainly did. He just broke that cane across the back.
Medical attention being sought out here for Shadow Jackson. Meanwhile, in the ring, Mikael Judas getting double teamed by Iceberg and Azrael. A little miscalculation on the team of Azrael and Shadow Jackson. I'm sorry, on Judas and Shadow Jackson.
And they are now, I mean, Shadow Jackson is on the ground. They are referee's trying to get that mist out of his eyes.
What?
You want to be a freak, Mikael Judas? Well, my God, there's only one group of face-painted freaks around here, and that's the Devil's Rejects. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we let him out before you like a sacrificial lamb, here is your hero, Mr. Judas.
They have got Mikael Judas restrained across that top rope. And now they are wiping Mikael Judas's face paint away. They are keeping.
Look here. He's a mortal man, flesh and blood, just like any of you.
They are keeping Shadow Jackson at bay. Shadow Jackson now, he gets a chair